Hi my loves, and welcome to the channel. If you are familiar with this space, welcome back. But if you're new, come on in, relax, kick your feet up, and enjoy the messages that I have for you today. If the reading does resonate for you, then definitely hit the thumbs up button for me by the end of it, because it just helps with analytics and it lets me know that, again, like the message resonates for you, you enjoyed your time, and so I know what to continue doing as I continue to upload on this channel. But also subscribe, it's free. If you fuck with the vibe and you want more of these videos, you just like the way that I'm reading things or interpreting messages for you, then again, subscribe. But come on in, Capricorn, let's see what you guys have. As far as a reading today, you have the Queen of Coins in reverse. There's a saying that's coming to mind. Somebody told me this about like a week ago when I had spoken with them and I did their interview. It was like a no good deed goes unpunished type of phrase that they told me. I feel like that's the energy that you guys are carrying, or maybe the energy of somebody else that you're connecting with. And or you're waiting on a response, you're waiting on a phone call, you're waiting on an offer for like a job or like some sort of business partnership, collaboration of sorts. But at this point, there's nothing else that you can do but to sit and wait. Now, if this is in regards to a relationship, oh, wow. Yeah. If this is in regards to a relationship, Capricorn, and you're waiting for somebody to text you back or call you back, this is where you have to gauge and make a decision as to whether or not you want to continue to invest your time and energy in that space or towards that person. Because if it's been just a day, okay, maybe something's come up, maybe this person's busy, they have other obligations that exist outside of you. I hope you do recognize that no matter what age you are watching this channel. And so it's very important that everybody continues to maintain their own sense of identity and have some air of freedom and individuality within a connection space, you know? So if it's only been a day, this person hasn't hit you back, that's understandable. Something may have come up again, and or maybe they are in a place where they don't have service, you know, and so it could be spotty and it's just taking a little bit longer for them to reach back out to you. But if it's been a week, you know, if it's been a month and this is somebody that you really see a future with, this is somebody that you do like, then I would suggest that you go ahead and take the L and move on to greener pastures. You need to go where you're more appreciated, Capricorn. That's really what's coming through. After the Queen of Coins in reverse, you have the Fountain, which is in reverse, which I've never seen in reverse. You have the Empress that follows after that with the Tower, the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Coins, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, reiterating that no good deed goes unpunished. There's something that needs to be acknowledged here, and in regards to the level of presence that you have in people's lives and what's being reciprocated, because I'm definitely getting that it's a little one-sided with this Tower that's wedged in between the spread. It's like smack dab in the middle here. There is no sense of harmony, equilibrium, there is no balance, there is no justice in the situation. Maybe you're not being respected. Maybe this person has domineering tendencies and tends to boss you around, and you concede because just depending on other placements that you have in your chart, specifically if you have any prominent Libra placements, you don't want to, you don't like confrontation. And so oftentimes you will self-sacrifice for the greater good of the dynamic. But if you continually do that over time, then that is what's going to lead to it being imbalanced. I understand the need for wanting to pick your battles, but at the end of the day, if boundaries are being crossed and again, they're not being respected, then you're going to have to reconstruct the overall dynamic, if not create literal distance between you and that person. If you're in a relationship that's been toxic, it is only that way again because you refuse to acknowledge all of the problem areas that you guys are having within the relationship, right? To the public eye, you might want to come across as everything being fine, that you're completely happy and satisfied with the overall relationship. That person might also be doing the same, especially if you have any sort of a reputation and you're on social media to any degree, like you have a platform and you are an influencer in any way, like you don't want to give off any hint or clue that your life is just as imperfect as everybody else's, right? And so this can be a very humbling experience, something that has the opportunity to truly change the way that you perceive perception. Okay, like, is it really important that everybody sees you faking it, or is it really important that you are authentic and that from your mistakes or from any obstacles that you endure, that you can truly analyze them, you know, extract the lesson from it and be able to apply it in your life? And then with seeing the results of that, right, any changes that transpire in your life because of the tweaks that you've made, then you can then recommend, like, hey, do this, or I suggest this, or this is what worked for me in this situation, you know, and other people will then find you not even more relatable, but more magnetizing, and also somebody that is reliable, you know, somebody that, again, is honest and authentic. So you're gonna have to get back in touch with you and your definition of things, and again, what you choose to prioritize here, Capricorn. You guys are striving really hard towards money matters. There might be some stagnancy with money. There may have been a big opportunity that you've been waiting on that just has not come to pass. And you can be bummed about that, you know, a little bit depressed, a little bit down, disheartened, if you will. But just understand that that was just redirection for whatever is to come into your life. You know, either you weren't fully prepared for it, and or it just did not have your energetic signature on it. Like, not all money is good money. And so if it was like a get rich quick type of money scheme, any type of pyramid scheme, any type of like corrupt type of work that you would have been involved in order to get this money, it's better that you weren't chosen, okay? And so if that is what you've been dealing with, then it's that aha, that wake up moment for you to realize, like, the point of materialism is to be comfortable, you know, it's not to be braggadocious, and it's not to be greedy. And so if you've been struggling with those themes because you've had to develop your own self-reliance growing up in life, then this is a time of healing and being able to deconstruct. What is that called when you are programmed? So it's like a deprogramming of sorts of your own beliefs, right? Your spiritual beliefs even can be coming into play at this time. What you grew up learning about God and or the universe may be drastically different from again, just the overall experiences you have personally had and your connection, and each one is unique. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, even when it comes to my channel, you can only take what I'm saying with a grain of salt, because my lineage and my ancestry has its own practices that work for us. But just because I'm saying that it works, it may not work for you. So it's just listening and figuring what resonates for you and trying things, not being afraid to try things with this Nine of Wands if it comes to your spirituality or spiritual practices right now, and what you may be learning or dabbling into. But ultimately, the only thing that's going to stick is what's really true to you, right? What really makes sense to you. Once you are able to have your own opinion, you know, have some objectivity to everything that, again, that you have been influenced by in society, okay? Themes that are coming up here have to deal with your own self-awareness, becoming more self-aware, have to do with your identity in and of itself. So there may be some aspects that are hitting your sun right now in terms of like your overall identity, in terms of your yearning for expansion. Jupiter is entering into the sign of Pisces, so that may bring you some good luck. It may change the overall mood and energy that you've been experiencing over the past few weeks and or months. Something that was a little bit more lethargic and slow to something that feels more promising. You know, you have a zest for life again, and or a zest for adventure again, and wanting to embark and have different experiences, for lack of a better word. Nothing else is coming through right now. And so that may be changing at this time, and you might want to look also into your own personal placement, like what sign Jupiter is in for you specifically, and what that can mean for you in terms of expansion, because that's going to be the theme that is coming up. That is the next big transit. Jupiter talks about anything that is to be expanded, talks about philosophy. So you might find interest in those topics, or listen to more podcasts, or might even start your own podcast with more philosophical thoughts and ideas, and connect with people in that way. Something that's completely different from the more rigid and introspective, introverted take that you guys have to life, right? It's different here. But that is definitely coming up. I would definitely say look into your own Jupiter placement to see in what areas of your life it is going to bring good luck, prosperity, change into. Might be an auspicious time for you to get married. Maybe there have been some hiccups along the way, especially with COVID, and there were a lot of things that didn't go wrong, a lot of vendors that maybe fell through. But at the end of the day, if you still have a date and you were able to reschedule, all hope is not lost, you know? So again, it's just the rejection is redirection for something else, something better that can still exceed your expectations. You know what I mean? So just don't freak out when things don't go according to plan. It's all in divine timing. And some of you guys need to learn that. If you receive all of your blessings all at once, or before you're really prepared to receive it, you're not really going to appreciate it. You're not going to take the time to revel in it. And some of you guys struggle with that. It's like you're constantly wanting to go on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Take breath in the space, you know, take time to check in with yourself, you know, so that's very important. I forgot where I was going to go with that, but really that's just the overall reading, you know. Just be a little bit more considerate when it comes to the pace that you're trying to set over your life, right? You don't want to move too fast in the process of acquiring all of these things that you're trying to manifest, right? Because then it'll feel like a bottomless pit, like you have it, but again, you're not fulfilled by it, right? You're not happy, and then it's just going to start you into another cycle, Capricorn. So that's really what's coming through for you. If this reading resonated, give me a thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and again, subscribe if you haven't. And book with me should you need to. That information is in the description box below. But if I don't hear from you, then please just take care of yourself and soul until you see me again. Ciao.